he's going to win out. And that's why I told you don't have a shot. Not because you're not a great catch, but because at the end of the day, you represent to her that very exciting life story that can bankrupt and ruin people. That's what happens, you know?
Yeah.
Your career could go one of two ways. Everybody's career could go one of two ways. You know what I mean?
Well, I also think it was like the things that I was looking for weren't.
Emotions ruin and impoverish you. And I've said this to the audience on the show. Emotions, the way you feel about things, the decisions that those emotions cause you to make. Oh, I want to marry Dan. And then 20 years later, if comedy doesn't work out, oh my God, then what happens?
A lot of bitching, a lot of
complaining. Remember when you were on Showtime? Remember you were on a show called Billions? You don't even have thousands. You can't even pay for your kids' braces. Right.
Broken mode.
But she is working that in her head out. She's 10 steps ahead.
And she'd rather be in St. Bart's.
And who wouldn't?
With a guy that's like good looking,
fine.
Do you think you were the lowest born person she ever slept with?
That's an excellent question.
Kind of question.
That's a great question.
That's a good question. That's what Ray's here to do. That's what Ray's here to do.
I would say I'm tied.
Okay.
If I'm not, I'm up there. I medal. It's the Olympic season, so you can say that.
Do you know about them, the other ones?
Not really.
Okay.
I know most of them are like got coin. A lot of them got money.
Okay. Right. And I mean, what's interesting, I think, is later on in the relationship, she goes, we appreciate it.
What the fuck is that? I'm out of my element.
So you toward the end of the relationship, things aren't working out as much. She doesn't want to take a disgusting Uber to Queens to eat halal food with you at the mosque or whatever the fuck you fault her for not doing. She doesn't want to come and hang out and play Super Mario with you and do ass.
I mean, it's Mario Tennis.
All right.
It's a lot of fun.
I know. You invite me, I'll go.
Well,
Vecchio makes meatballs, I'll go.
Vecchio makes the best meatballs.
I'll go. I never heard.
And pasta.
I never heard.
It's stupid.
I fucking texted him to go to lunch. You don't even know the lunch I ended up at.
No, I know, because I landed from Phoenix. I got that text. I felt bad. The point is no, she just didn't. Mario Tennis, rich people love tennis.
Right.
I'm fun to play Nintendo 64 with.
So now at the end,
I do voices.
At the end, she goes to a gala with another guy, like another legacy guy. She goes to the Met Gala. And I know that you're at the cellar and you're crying.
No, I wasn't crying at the I was at the cellar, though.
Wait, but while you were together still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you. By the way, at the point, I was so caught up in the relationship.
But this is an ultimate power move, and I respect her immensely for this.
I just she said she was going to do it. She's like,
this is war. Love is war.
She couldn't have gotten you a tux like Curly Sue and like.
So he could get his own tux, but listen to this.
This was a great thing. So she said she's going with this other guy, and I'm like, so he's trying to fuck you. $50,000 a ticket.
Oh,
50 grand a ticket. It's the Met Gala pig.
All right.
So the pig. Come on, what are you doing?
Listen, it's his nickname.
We are the 99%.
Yeah, you are the 99%.
Thank you, Dan.
So are you.
I am not of the 99%.
So
I'm a temporarily embarrassed millionaire. Which is what there's some great quote where they're like, the poor in this country do not see themselves as poor, they see themselves as temporarily embarrassed millionaires.
Yeah.
And that's who I am.
That's who you are.
That's
who
I am.
You're right.
It is what it is.
But she revealed to me she's going to the Met Gala just like in front of her parents, and I just had to eat it. I was just like, oh.
And where were you?
At her parents' house when she revealed it.
And they're in Long Island now. They're in Long Island now.
Yeah. North.
Did it come up naturally, or she kind of brought it up almost?
She goes, I'm going. Not like mean, but like I'm going to the Met Gala with this guy, and I was like, is he gonna try to fuck you? Because that's my poor mind working.
Yeah, but isn't that a very Denver question? Like, isn't that a very like?
Laura, so get it right.
Is he gonna try to fuck you? Like, I picture you just
eating.
That's
a settler question.
Yeah,
can of beans by a campfire.
Yeah,
I don't want to cross the prairie till the frost breaks.
She's gonna try to fuck you.
Are y'all trying to make warm at night inside of your wagon
I just feel like
wheel?
That's a weird. If you did it again, is that the question you would have asked?
I don't think I asked it as coarsely as I put it.
Okay, yeah.
I probably said words like hook up or try to get with.
I know, but that seems very roller rink.
Was the guy who brought her?
It does. It's very roller rink. It does. It seems very like cheese fries. Like,
hey, when you're done with that corn dog,
do you want to fuck your pussy? Because that's all you are, a big wet hole. Is he gonna try to get some of your wet hole? I'm going to a fucking gala, you stupid pig. I'm going to a fucking gala because I'm trying to maintain my fucking my position in this city. I'm going to a gala with somebody while you're out fucking talking about your dick.
It's true.
So, but
can you skate backwards so I can finger you?
She gonna try? Are you gonna give him some of your pussy?
If you give him pussy, then I can't give you my special thing till later, till you wash.
So now, how do you feel when she says that? You're sitting
like a fucking chump,
right? What is her dad and mom like? What are they like?
Great.
Super nice. That's the thing with rich people. They're very nice. They're aloof. They're detached. There's a detachment, right?
Everything was very white.
You're here, but you're not.
Yeah.
They're like,
everything was very white.
They're part, and let me tell you why. Because people, I know this from my parents are Irish. They're ethnic people. My parents, they're white. No, Irish people are not the white that we're talking about. The type of, because here's the deal. We're talking waspy. And and even Jewish people who have taken on the qualities of wasps. And those qualities are, you never cry at a funeral.
Nope.
You don't wail. Irish and Italian people wail at a funeral. They sing, they dance. They're like gypsies. They're very emotional. They wear their heart on their sleeve. Wasps are very cold. They're calculated. They're more cautious and careful.
Yes.
The country is built on a German work ethic and really a wasp aesthetic, and it was for many years. And I know that the late, the 1900s have changed that, but a lot of the American, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, rugged kind of independence and individual, that was kind of that waspy, just do it, that Calvinist do it. Why are you disagreeing with me?
I don't think those two things. I think those, like, the whole bootstrap thing is a lie and told by wasps. What do you?
But that's fucking their culture.
It's not their culture.
Yes, it is.
That's the Germans. And wasps were the English and like maybe French who like came here and they ran money and they owned land, and the Germans were the idiots like humping the ground, fucking.
Yeah, but if you ask,
it does stand for white Anglo-Saxon
Protestant. No, I'm aware what it said, but I'm saying that Calvinist kind of cold. I mean, that's the Catholics came over with their singing, their dancing, their pagan druidism, their bloodletting ceremonies. The wasps were not. So you feel there's a coldness to them. There's
just a distance.
A distance, right?
I don't think you can.
Because a guy like you will come in and wreck everything. If you know what I mean, you're an emotional guy.
I'm an
you're an
emotional
artist.
guy.
Or you don't know what you're gonna do.
Oh God, my emotion is my art.
So you. You know what I mean? So you don't know what's going to happen. So she tells you that. Now she goes to the Met Gala with another. Now she says
kid.
to you,
a
what?
Legacy kid.
Doesn't she say he's gay?
She goes, he's basically gay. And I go, does he suck dick?
Right.
And she goes, no. And I was like, then he's not gay.
Right.
She's like, stop freaking out.
The question about this guy was,
and then the big fight about Queens. But what were you going to say?
Was he of his own money, or was he?
No, I can't give away his name, but he's an oil kid.
No, he's not of his own money.
If he's made $1 of that, I will be fucking shocked.
Yeah, no, he's a runoff. We talk about this.
We talk about it. That's what we call it, the runoff.
And I said to Dan, what would have been really great is before he broke up with the girl, if he could have had like a talk with her dad when he had a few, like a scotch in his hand and a cigar. And you could have just asked him about, like, I don't know, gentrification, only because he would have said things that you had never even heard before. Right. It would have been totally an emotionless, and he would have just laid out.
He would have given me the inside track to the rapid development of luxury condos in Manhattan and Queens.
He would have just. It's interesting the way those people see the world, because again, it is in many without emotion, because the market is not something that is not moral. Yeah. It doesn't involve emotion. I mean, of course, it thrives and runs on human emotions, but the legendary players in it have to have some distance from.
Yes.
You can't be running around all the time just feeling things and then doing them without any.
And worried about what people are.
Right. No, you can't. So that would have been interesting. So she goes to the gala. You go to the cellar.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's probably the perfect way to put that.
And she goes to the gala, you go to the cellar, and then you text her a bunch and say, what are you doing?
No, by that point, it was already broken. We had gotten into a fight 2 days earlier.
Because she wouldn't go to Queens to the dollar store with you. You wanted her to go to Queens.
Wanted her to go to the diner and have cheap soup with me.
You want to come? I got a couple of raccoons. We run around the neighborhood and get what's left.
If you'd like to come forage for food.
Did she give you a reason why she didn't want to go to Queens?
She just didn't want to go to Queens.
Wow.
She just said it. I pushed her to the brink where she goes, I just don't want to go to Queens.
Wow.
Which to me is like, you don't want to hang out with me. I just flew in from San Diego. I've flown after not sleeping at night. And I wanted her to come and hang out.
I don't want to sound crude.
Yeah.
Not to offend you, cared about her at one point. But with a rich woman, is the sex categorically different in any way?
Oh, would you say like so exceptional that this behavior is?
Oh no, is she like in any way? Is she rigid? Is she cold? Is it permissive? It's
it was distant. It was cold. I don't think
the sex was cold.
It was okay.
Relative. Okay.
It was okay. I think poor women fuck better.
Okay, that's good.
If I could say that. I think
right. Are you telling me you've never been with a wealthy woman? Is that your?
I was one time with a woman who was about 52 who owned a house.
That's very wealthy.
But I met her at a bar. We were both very drunk.
Right.
She didn't. When we left initially, she didn't have shoes.
Oh,
yes.
I was looking through the garbage can trying to find them for her.
She was a Rockefeller.
Yeah, wealthy in spirit.
Yeah. But so how does it end over text? How does it end?
It ends over phone call.
Okay.
I was just
now something her brother said to you that really crystallizes the entire thing.
A great guy.
I know. So you see a brother, and a brother was
somewhere. No, he texts me and he's like,
I can't go to your show tonight.
I can't go to your show at the cellar. I got to go to. He wasn't going to the Met Gala, but his girlfriend was.
Right. The Met Gala, by the way, for those of you in my audience who don't know, and really. Shame on you, but it's a huge gala in New York City where everybody goes. There are these very important events, fundraisers.
There was a dinner for to save the art of Venice.
Yes,
one time she went to
art
that.
Of Venice.
As opposed to hang out with me on a Friday.
No, because these are very important.
So that's okay.
Yeah,
she can go to a fucking benefit dinner for the art at the Pierre Hotel.
Your argument is that you are more important than the art of Venice. That's your argument?
Yeah, that I had a full Friday. No, not my penis, my company.
Better than the art. That's even worse. Because I would imagine you have a good dick, but your company is more important than the art of Venice. Your stories about growing up in Aurora and how cool it is to be an actor. Are you out of your mind? I know, but I mean, that's probably, come on. The art of Venice. You got to save this. But this is the thing in New York. So she goes to the Met Gala and
is it when they fill with sand? Didn't that like, that's what you told me about. It was like they made a beach in the Met.
No, that was Steve Schwartzman, the CEO of the Blackstone Group, had a party at the Park Avenue Armory where he put sand in it to make it look like it was an island theme. Jesus fucking Christ, Ray. I email you show prep for the show.
All right.
That was Steve Schwartzman's birthday party. Not to be confused with his Christmas party where he brings 30 Norwegian spruces into his 30-room apartment, one for each room. Apartment owned previously by John D. Rockefeller the third, I think.
Oh, that's...
in 740 Park. Anyway, so she's at the Met Gala trying to advance herself.
I think she's advanced.
And you're very angry with her.
I'm not angry, I'm just bummed out.
You're just bummed out. You're like, this is never going to work. And what does your brother say? He goes, hey, buddy, I'm dating her, and he uses the S word.
And he goes, hey, I want to come hang out with you at the cellar, but I got to go to a Met after party. One of the drawbacks of dating is socialite. And that's when I realized.
And something crystallized in your mind.
Everything crystallized right there. I was like, she's a socialite. I have no business being with a socialite.
Right.
This isn't going to work.
She's never going to treat me. We're never going to have the relationship that I want or she wants.
Do you think if she had stuck it out, she wasn't
going to stick it out, she wouldn't come to Queen.
But do you think, no, of course, clearly. But if she had, do you think the dad would have even allowed it in hindsight?
Yeah, I think he liked me because he made his own money.
Yeah. So there was it was all her. You don't think that it was.
I don't think I fit her lifestyle.
Right.
I think she has a lifestyle.
I think there might have been there might have been some considerations later on had it gotten serious.
You think he might have got a payoff?
It would have been a prenup, not a payoff. You don't get
definitely a prenup.
Definitely a prenup.
100%.
100% prenup.
Yeah, they're going to block that High Plains garbage from getting to their money.
I mean, I think the bet is that you were going to become successful, famous, and I think that there's a very good chance. And I think so. At the end of the day, that somebody like that is willing to maybe in the back of her mind rationalize this type of behavior because what she's engaging in is destructive behavior.
It's like
dating someone in Queens. This is destructive behavior. This is what I would sit her down. If I was her mother, I'd say, sit down. You're engaging in destructive behavior right now. You are trying to step out of this community and world and really feel because you've seen a bunch of fucking romantic comedies and you think that it all works out and it doesn't all work out. You know what happens? You end up in court and they take a big chunk out of you and then they go live out the rest of their days on carried interest that they didn't carry. Your father did. So you're to shut your mouth. You're to stop engaging in this type of behavior and you're to go and marry this fag who has legacy money.